So I'm here in Hawaii right now, and usually every time I go on vacation, I bring a waterproof case for my phone. But this time I had a bit of an issue. Because the iPhone X is so new and because it has such a different design, some of the companies need a little more time to start making the cases. So I tried ordering the Lifeproof, not ready yet, and I tried going to some other brands and they just weren't ready yet. They were shipping sometime in January, which is fine. I'm still here in January, but I wanted it now because I'm going in the ocean and the pool and stuff. So I went to a Verizon store hoping to find something, and I did. And this is the Pelican Marine for the iPhone X. It was $90 US, which is the exact same price as the Lifeproof, and I think of some other cases coming out for the iPhone X that are waterproof. So let's go ahead in this video and take a look at the Pelican Marine for the iPhone X and see how it holds up, and I'll tell you in my opinion if it's better than some of the other competitors on the market right now. So let's go ahead and get started with my review of the Pelican Marine for the iPhone X. So of course it starts with the design, which is the one deciding factor when you're deciding if you want to buy a case or not. And in my opinion, the Pelican has about the same design as the Lifeproof. There's some things I don't like about the Lifeproof, and there's some things I don't like about this case. I think it is a little bit thicker than the Lifeproof and some other cases, but I think it is drop rated to a more protective level. And there is it's not a hard plastic, but it is kind of a flexible, a little bit grippy plastic here on the top shell part, which does add grip, and of course it does add some shock protection too. Installing this case was pretty easy. I didn't film it, and unfortunately I don't want to take it off and put it back on again because it was tough putting on a waterproof case with not a lot of dust under the screen. I did my best to try to eliminate some of the dust and particles from my carpet in my condo here that would get under the screen, and unfortunately that is what you have to deal with when you have a waterproof case. But not too bad here. You can just wipe off the inside of the case if you want to. But after it was installed, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, the design looks pretty nice. I mean, you can see the iPhone X screen pretty well. I do think that the Lifeproof and again some other cases do have a bit of a better screen protector. With this one, you are going to get some rainbow effects just in the middle where the screen sometimes falls down and touches the screen. But generally there is a little bit of an air gap between the plastic and the screen, which should help to eliminate some of that rainbowing. So to take a bit more of an in-depth look around the case, you can see here the camera protector is plastic. Unfortunately, it is not glass. That's the one thing about this case that I do wish was a bit more premium. But the photos and videos still look great. The camera on the iPhone X is fantastic. This back material I really like. Pelican also makes some non-waterproof cases, and they also use this material on those cases. So it's a matte finish and it's really soft touch to the hand. I really like the material they use on all their cases. One thing though, it does slide really well on tables, so just do keep that in mind. The bottom of the case does not have a rubber flap. I'll see if I can open the bottom here with one hand. I'm recording this with my GoPro. So you can see there, it's a hard piece of plastic, and attached to that is a little rubber seal. And then just push it in, make sure there's no dust on the seal, and you should be fine. But luckily I don't really get dust on this seal because I'm just wirelessly charging all the time with my iPhone X. So as for the buttons, I mean, it's just like any other waterproof case. You're not going to get the same tactile feel as you would, of course, when the phone is out of a case. But they're still clicky, and the mute switch is inverted as per any usual waterproof case, except for the catalyst that has kind of a cool dial system, but down to unmute and up to mute. So it's just a reversed mute system, which might take a few days to get used to. But other than that, the buttons and the general feel of the case is pretty good. As for waterproofing here, I'm right by a fountain, so I'm going to kind of jump into it here and just show you that in day-to-day usage, you don't have to do anything. You can just put your phone completely in water, and it's completely fine. It's a bit wet, and so is my wrist now, but as you can see, you can put it in water, you can do anything with it, and it is completely fine. So overall, I like the case. It's built well. As you saw there, it's pretty rugged, and it's drop proof, I think, to 6 feet, and also waterproof to 6 feet. It's rated IP68. And is this case a must? I mean, if you go on vacation and you go scuba diving or snorkeling with your phone, definitely. It's a great case, and it's also priced exactly the same as the Lifeproof and some other cases. But if you're just using this for protection from water and some drops, there are some better cases, cheaper cases that you can get that aren't $90, because the iPhone X is already IP67 rated. But like I said, I'm on vacation now and I wanted a waterproof case to go in the pool with, take some photos, and also go in the ocean. And you're not going to get saltwater protection with just the out-of-the-box protection that Apple gives you. So this case is definitely worth it from my point of view. But like I said, if you just want day-to-day protection, I'd recommend a cheaper case that isn't as bulky. Overall, it's a nice case, and for 90 bucks, you are gonna protect your $1,000 phone in case you drop it or if you're in the ocean playing. Other than that, guys, if you have any questions, drop a comment below. I'll try to answer all comments. Drop a thumbs up on this video also. Let's see if we can hit maybe 50 likes on this video. That'd be fantastic. If you also wanna see a review of some other waterproof cases when they do come out in January, tell me below. One quick last thing, I'm filming this video on the GoPro Hero 6, which is my brand new action camera. Tell me below if you also want to see a review of this camera, because I'm recording this video in 4K and the colors are fantastic. As you can see here, the blue sky and everything looks amazing around me. So tell me if you want to see a review of this camera also. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. My name is Mike. I'll see you in the next video.